I'm stand-up comedian Anna Clifford, and I'm going on an epic Irish pub crawl. I'm going to journey around the country to visit some of Ireland's most unique, interesting, picturesque and beautiful pubs. This is Ireland's perfect pubs. Today I'm in the Walled City of Derry, or Londonderry, depending on where you keep your toaster. I'm here to visit a brewery and a pub that was converted from an old army barracks. So there's no more orders from the drill sergeant, but plenty of orders from their unique craft beers inspired by the city itself. Since opening in 2015, they have created over 500 varieties of beer, so we shouldn't be stuck for options. Joining me is my fellow soldier in arms, comedian Fiona Frawley.
Oh, hey.
We've been through the wars together at many a comedy gig. How do you feel about joining me for a drink in an old army barracks?
Well, I brought my cannon, so...
I mean, that's going to fit in the cloakroom. Moving on. I've organised a little activity for us to get into the soldiering spirit. How do you feel about exploring?
Will I need my army boots?
I actually think you might for this one. Follow me. I don't know what I've been told.
Yeah, I don't know what you've been told either.
We're going an hour up the road to visit one of Ireland's most incredible natural wonders. Right, here we are, the Giant's Causeway. I feel like I've seen so many photos of this place, probably in like school books I was doodling on, but I've never actually visited it.
It's gorgeous. Very strong junior cert geography energy off the whole thing.
Yeah. Just two girls getting their steps in.
Absolutely.
A giant would do a lot less steps. Well, we did this before the pub.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony, so nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Giant's Causeway. How are we?
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
I believe you're the man who knows everything about the Giant's Causeway.
Well, one or two things.
Well, the first thing I want to know is, which one of Ireland's many giants owns this causeway and is he single?
It's Finn McCool who owns the causeway, and I've bad news for you. He's not single.
Aww.
He's happily married.
Oh, well, I'm not a home wrecker, but...
Could his head turn?
When you find a beautiful giant lady, I don't think you're going to...
Oh, so she was a giantess.
Yeah.
So he's into the tall girls.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Well, tell me, what am I looking at here?
Well, what you're actually looking at here is Northern Ireland's only World Heritage Site.
Okay.
It's 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, and they were formed just over 60 million years ago.
Wow.
But that's the geological version.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the true story.
Yeah.
They're owned by Finn McCool, and he actually created it as a path the whole way over to Scotland to meet and fight the Scottish giant, Glen Donner. If you ever want proof of that, in one of our bays, and I'm not going to tell you which bay, you'll have to go and find out for yourselves, his boot sits in it.
Are those his boots over there?
One of his boots is over there.
You know
and
what
his
they
boot...
say about tall boots? Big
Yeah.
boots?
Well, it's a size 93.5.
Listen, Anthony, thanks so
Listen, you're
much.
welcome.
We're going to go find his boots.
Right, well, it's straight through the Giant's Gate.
Okay, let's see these things.
3, 5, 4. I think these are the boots.
Surely, they've got to be the boots. To be fair, they're looking stunning.
If you had to fight a giant, which giant would you fight?
Who was the giant out of David and Goliath?
I'm going to guess it was Goliath, because David just does not scream giant to me. He sounds like he's 5'7" and takes 3 days to text back.
We all know a David. I think I'd probably fight Goliath. You know, like these big guys. Like, they're a giant on the outside, but are they giant where it counts?
No.
You just hit him with a look.
Yeah.
Just be like, is that what you're wearing?
Oh,
Crumbles.
is that it?
Yeah, Goliath needed therapy, so I think I would take him on. What about you?
Really hard giant to fight would be like the BFG.
He's just nice.
Yeah, I know. We'd probably have like, start a little scrap and end up hugging like we're boxers.
That's not the boot, is it?
It's, definitely not the boot.
Too small. He's a giant.
Come on, come on. Right, the Giant's Causeway. We've got our steps in, so I think we've earned ourselves a drink.
I think so too. Let's do it.
Here we are, Walled City Brewery. Do you like craft beers?
I like arts and crafts.
I'm not sure I've explained what the show is to you properly. This is so cool. James, I'm a little bit disappointed there's no men in uniform around.
Well, welcome to Walled City Brewery. We used to be an army barracks, but we're not anymore.
So tell me, how did an old army barracks become a brewery?
The barracks itself dates back to 1840. It's an old star fort, so it's always been a place sort of conflict, and the British Army took it over during the Troubles. Then, as part of the Good Friday Agreement, it was handed back to the city, and it's become this space full of restaurants and bars, so it's very, very exciting.
I hear you have over 500 varieties of beer.
We have well over 500 varieties of beer. Do you want me to show you how we make them?
I'd love that.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yes.
This is where the magic happens. This is our little brewery. It's really a huge homebrew kit. And these are some of the ingredients. We've got malted barley, which you can have a wee taste of.
Missed lunch.
Yeah.
So it tastes kind of Weetabix, barley, that kind of thing.
That's delicious.
It's really, really good. And then hops are kind of the rock star. Don't eat these now, but they're going to smell kind of citrusy, limey, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they really give the flavour and the aroma, and that's really what craft beer is about. It's almost like being a chef.
What's the most weirdest beer you've made?
We've brewed a lavender and coriander wheat ale.
Coriander is so controversial.
I know,
I
it
feel
is.
like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where you'd lose.
It didn't sell well, and that is the beauty of having a wee small brewery. A much, much bigger brewery could only do maybe 4 or 5 beers, but we do loads. Well, guys, do you want to taste some of these beers?
Thought you'd never ask.
Let's go, come on. 3 of our best-selling beers here. We try and name the beers after the city as much as we can. So the first one you're going to taste here is Kicks. So this is named after teenage Kicks.
Oh.
The Undertones. So we tasted that. Nice, crisp, clean, refreshing.
Cheers.
Mmm.
That is really refreshing.
It is.
So the second beer you're going to taste is called Stitch. This beer is an IPA, an Indian Pale Ale, so quite strong, quite hoppy, a lot of flavour going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely taste the more hoppy in that.
So the final one you're going to taste is called Passionista. Our first fruit beer that we made was called Cherry Londonderry because we didn't want to offend anyone. We're very sensitive of what the city's called.
Fair.
So the second one then was made with passion fruit puree. So it's almost like a porn star martini in the form of a beer.
Love.
Oh, for the girlos.
Word. Oh, yeah, it's so sweet.
That's lovely. Right, Fiona, which one was your favourite one? The first one? I'm gonna go for the IPA.
Oh, nice. You're a cool girl. Okay. All right, yeah. I'm basic.
Hardcore
I'll have the lager.
Fiona, we've moved out to the beer garden with stunning views of the city.
Love.
And the sun has finally joined us. Cheers to that.
We deserve it. Cheers.
Delish.
Delish. Oh. We're like the same
Look at us,
mind.
we're dressed the same. I love that this building behind me is an old army barracks. If you could convert any building into a pub, what would it be?
Do you know, like the soft play areas, like a ball pit? I always wanted that to like be a pub for a night.
Genius.
I always thought I'd do that for like my 21st, which is coming up, by the way, in a few weeks. So
Haven't got me invite yet, but
yeah, you
coming.
know, I'm so young.
if you could have a pint with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
I think I'd go for Dolly Parton.
Oh,
I think you'd just come away from that feeling like so good about yourself, so inspired. So like, I just feel like she'd be a good chatter. And she just seems like such a good crack.
does her, yeah.
You'd just come away feeling good. What about you?
maybe my granddad? 'Cause the other day, I was like preparing for my friend's hen and I was just in the kitchen singing and my mum walks in and was like, I think my dad would have really enjoyed you. I'm jealous of some people who've had their grandparents around for longer. So I was like, God, I'd love to go for a drink with my granddad.
My nan used to be like sitting like back with a whiskey at the end of the night. She'd take her teeth out and it would be like, that's when you know you're gonna like hear a good story.
We're gonna get
The
some
teeth
good
would be in
chats
the
from Nan.
glass. Like, now it's time. Some
Yeah,
wisdom is gonna
It's
be
like
imparted.
mic drop, right? It's like
It
into
was.
the glass.
Teeth drop. Huge.
I'm delighted we got to come to Derry.
Yeah.
Do you notice any difference between the pubs in the north and the south?
I think they're really similar in the sense that like everything is a bit of crack. Like here, all the names of the drinks and stuff were named after iconic Derry things. And I think everything in pub culture all over Ireland is like a wink and a nod. And absolutely, yo, yeah, that wink specifically. So I think that kind of carries throughout.
I've had a great day, have you?
Yeah, I loved it.
We went to the Giants Causeway, we didn't get eaten by giants. Then we ended up in an army barracks, that's also a brewery. We're obviously not going to get drafted, but I like the draft.
Hey, okay.
Okay. Do you think that guy will give me a go, that skateboard?
Can you ollie?
I'm not like other girls.
Oh, sorry, of course. Cheers.